It's Frank from Adventures Outdoors. Thought we'd do a postmortem on our 2022 ATV across the Newfoundland trip. We left on July 29th and got back on August the, I don't know, what's today? The 7th. So yeah, we got back to August 7th, and I thought we'd do a postmortem. And my lovely wife, Joanne, will Vanna White the entire presentation. And bring water, because it's like 32 degrees here in Halifax right now. We only just got home. We went and watered down went to rubber ducky, hosed down the bike. It didn't really do a very good job. We used the brush, but it's going to need some scrubbing for sure. So we bought the rubber bag to put inside and to keep all our stuff. That was a godsend, wasn't it?
Yeah. Cargo bag, if you're going to do anything, this is really, it saved us. With the rain and the dust, that our bags that we take into the rooms and that are dust free and wet free. So yeah, this was, and you can just shove anything you want in there. As long as it zips up, what does it matter?
$100 on Amazon. It works really well. So camera gear, I took too much camera gear, but sometimes you just don't know what you're going to want, what you're going to need. But we did take the DSLR and a couple of lenses, and I think we shot probably 90% of everything we needed on our iPhones. The technology is getting so good that, I mean, right now we're recording on a JVC handheld camcorder, which probably isn't even as good as the iPhones right now. So this is a big bag with a lot of camera gear in it and accessories, GoPros. So we took 3 GoPros. Conal had 2 or 3 GoPros going. So we should have some footage. Unfortunately, a hard drive that I brought, we dropped it before putting our files on it, and put files for the first 3 days on, and they got corrupted. So we don't know what kind of footage we're going to have. Unfortunately, somebody dropped it. So
shouldn't have asked me to move his bag.
Somebody dropped it. With COVID and the fact that we do like to drink, we did bring solo cups. We just thought that it was just going to be a little better than, never like using the glass cups in hotels and cabins and things like that. So we decided to bring our own solo cups. Some rubber boots, some rum, but that was bought there. Not even sure we needed the rubber boots this trip. There's only maybe once that we needed rubber boots.
First day.
Yeah. Our rain suits are packed back there. So we bought these 55-liter waterproof bags, and this is what we traveled with our clothes. I think we had too much. I had too much clothes. I had a half a dozen long sleeve shirts that I never wore. So you know, sometimes you just tend to overpack. It's always the way, you tend to overpack. I brought jeans and 2 pairs of long pants, and I wore 1 pair of long pants for half a day. So it was really warm. We didn't really need it this trip. But this turns into a knapsack. So when you're going into the ferry or going into hotels, it just makes it easy to just kind of slam this on and go. So Joanne's is pretty heavy.
I had to carry everything. Although my bag had to carry everything, Frank carried my bag.
Just a light, soft shell jacket to break the wind when we were out. I only actually wore the jacket the night we were waiting for the boat to come back. It was a little cool that evening in Port aux Basques, so there was that. So this one's Joanne's bag. Same thing, 55 liters. We got it on Amazon. Waterproof bag. So if something happens with this bag, then at least it's in something protected and waterproof.
And to tell our bags apart, other than the size, I did the vinyl lettering with the Joanne and Frank on it, just like we did with the lettering, as you can see on the quad and that, or the side by side. So just to add to it.
Yeah, that worked out really well.
And really, we didn't get this bag until a few days before we left. So that was thank you, Dave Bishop, for that advice.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. Yeah, there was a lot of people who use this. I don't know why. I guess I'm still in ATV mode, so I wasn't really thinking about, you know, about side by side, right?
Yeah, cargo
So-
bag is awesome.
Raincoats and jackets. We have 2 totes. Ooh, dusty, eh? We have 2 totes that we're going to use pretty much permanently in the side-by-side. The first one is camping supplies. I brought a pack rod to Newfoundland because we bought non-resident fishing licenses. There was only a couple of spots, and you're going non-stop. It's tough to be able to fish. We had a couple of spots that we were close enough to the highway and allowed to fish in, so for trout, and we didn't catch anything. So, but
And that license was only, I think, $15.99.
right,
So
and it was a family residence that can
So-
put 5 people on it.
we put everybody's name that was on it.
And they told us they didn't have to be from the same family. It's just like a group license, really. So, so we bought some fishing gear. I did bring the coils for keep bugs away. We used this actually a couple of times. It worked really well when we were in some of the cabins. We also brought. I'll just show you the bag. I won't get into it, but we also brought folding chairs. We only used it once, one evening, but it was really worth it. Like I really enjoyed it. We sat in the folding chairs and had drinks, and as well with the folding chairs is a folding table. We've got 2 of each of those in here, and it works out really, really well. I have some fishing gear and things like that in here, but this is mostly the camping supply bucket. Oh, found another boot. And then the last tote that we have in here is tools and other things, and to be honest with you, I guess it's a good thing, but this was never opened the entire trip. We didn't need it. There was some rain X, just
Actual tools.
actual tools, right? And some masks and things like that. The air pump, the plugs, as well in the side panels. The side panels on the Commander come off, and it's stuffed with tools and a belt. We brought a belt with us. Most of the places over there probably wouldn't even have a belt. I mean, even here in Halifax, they had to order the belt for me. So probably lots of people could put the belt on, but if you had to order it if you were over there, that would be a nightmare. So all this stuff that's in here, there's no point in me breaking it out. There's a first aid kit, fire extinguisher, bunch of different supplies and things like that. So, but this again is going to be a permanent storage for the side-by-side. We'll take this wherever we go, no matter what. So besides the bag, we also took 10 liters of fuel. This has a 30-liter tank, so we took a third. It's secured on really good. There was no shimmy in this. This tank is heavy-duty, thick plastic. Like, we're talking super, super thick. So I could really ratchet this down tight, not worry about it. We didn't need it. We came close, but we really didn't need it in the end. Let's have a look inside. So inside, we put 2 mirrors up. Best decision I could ever have done. The 2 mirrors were incredible. So Joanne was able to keep an eye on the group, and I could kind of see a little bit of the group. I haven't shown you yet, but I had a cooler on the back of the side-by-side, so it wasn't so easy to see out of the mirrors, but I could still see from the side. My GPS mount and a phone mount, some other stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show this. This is a dome light. If I can figure out how to turn it on. Is it on? Oh, there we go. So there's a spotlight and there's a floodlight. It's a great little rig. I think it was 25 bucks. I couldn't get over how it lit up the cab inside the side-by-side. We also have a JVC speaker that we use, a JBL, and it mounts onto the back roll bar, and we would listen to music when we were traveling. We didn't really do it a lot, but we still probably 4 times or something like that, 4 or 5 times we could probably listen to some tunes. The center console bag, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that just had quick access stuff, like with masks. And, you know, I was actually putting in my long sleeve shirt and, you know, maybe a bathing suit in case we went swimming. Down on the floor, we had our thermal mugs, which was great because we could have our tea or coffee in the morning or water, and that would last all day long. So that was really, really good.
In fact, I had water the other day with ice cubes in it at 9 o'clock in the morning, and by 2 o'clock the ice cubes were still in it. The water was nice and cold.
Yeah, my niece Sarah gave us those, so they've been wonderful.
So we do have a storage compartment here. There's nothing really special. I just threw some stuff in there. There is a rechargeable cigarette lighter light that as well. If you flip it open, it's a USB charging port. So anyway, I never did need it, but it's good to kind of have something handy like that. So
a lot of times you forget what's in there because, I mean, this has a lot of storage. I mean, even for my side, like this is jam-packed, and as you can see, it comes down to here and it's full. Like even with the large bottle of peanuts, we had some beef jerky. I bought prescription safety glasses instead of wearing my good glasses all the time. Gloves. I had binoculars in here. That's hand wipes, you name it, it's probably in there. Toilet paper, just for that. I will recommend, I did bring hand towels, especially for the side console when the dust was coming in. If we were behind anybody, we covered it like this, and then everything was covered, so it really didn't get too dusty back there. And I always had a hand towel here just in case I needed to wipe something down, like the cell phones when we were navigating together. So
let me show you a couple more things, and then I think we've pretty well hit it all. We have stuff stuffed down here, like plastic bags. Underneath the seat is ratchet straps. Underneath Joanne's seat is a jumper cables and a couple of other things. I've got a bag for wiping down the windshield. We have a flip windshield. It probably stayed in that position probably 90% of the time.
yeah,
We closed it maybe only a couple of times when it was raining, very seldom. If we were going less than 25 kilometers an hour, or if we were too hot, we would open it up. I would pop on a pair of safety glasses. Joanne had her safety glasses, and then we would ride with it open to keep things cool. Lots of dust, and we were in the lead, so the other guys are probably just completely trashed with dust.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of work ahead of us to do. I'm going to show you the last thing. I'll show you the cooler, and then I'll show you what we had behind the seats. So here's how we had the cooler pardon me, sitting on the side-by-side. We had it sideways. That way I was able to see out of the back. I think that worked really well. And then I didn't use bungee, I didn't use ratchet straps. I used the pull tight from the dollar store, and they worked great. So I just put it on the side like that. That was awesome. The straps I used to tie it down were the ones where you've got the little release clip. and I just looped it through twice on 4 times, 4 positions. That held it down. Man, let me tell you, it wasn't going anywhere, and it works so well. And then with it open like that, I can step up on the tire and see right into the cooler and get out whatever we want, whatever we need. And at night we sometimes bring it inside. So the last thing was second last was the drone and the gimbal. So they were in behind the seats, and we kept them in dry bags. Yeah. So
tell you, those straps that Frank just showed you, we got from Dollarama, and this dry bag too is from Dollarama, and they were perfect, absolutely perfect. Last over here, and there was no banging or anything. They were not a nuisance. I actually forgot they were back there when we were bringing stuff into the rooms at night. Okay, and another thing that we do, I always carry like a sling bag, shoulder one, and this is a Swiss Army bag, and of course they have like lifetime guarantee, so this one I've had probably 15 years, and it had a compartment for everything, so all my manicure stuff that I needed, if I need it, was in here. Just substituted my purse, my wallet, my glass holders, anything, my cell phone, or we had a couple cell phones in here we were using, so I used that, and it just went between us and just sat there. I didn't have to wear it, and because it was so dusty, it came with a rain jacket, so then I just kept the rain jacket on it, and then it was good as gold, so it didn't get dirty. Frank, of course, had his man bag, and like that, and he had his spare GoPro in here, his cell phone, his batteries, and everything, quick access that he needed, because if you saw wildlife out there, you wanted to be ready for it. So, but yeah, so that's what we had as well. Some of it may have been overkill. We have learned some lessons that we'll know next year to not bring. Or don't
maybe
need.
Maybe we won't learn those lessons.
Oh, maybe not. We say that now, but come next year we'll probably go, no, let's just bring it. But it's a lot, but we didn't, every time we went into the rooms, we only took the camera bag, the 2 dry bags, and we had it like a Sobeys bag that we'd put the electronics and everything, and so it wasn't too much. It was more than everybody else. But like they say, when you have a side-by-side, you tend to bring more, and that's true. But now it's time to clean this baby.
Yeah, now the work begins, now that we're home. All right, guys, that's it. So thank you very much. Peace out. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. Check out the details below in the description. There's lots of information in there. And please leave me a comment. Leave me your thoughts. Love to hear from you guys. I always try to reply to everybody's comments. As well, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell to get the notifications when a new video has been uploaded. As well, if you like this video, you'll find more just like it right here. And don't forget to head over to my website by clicking right there. Thanks for watching.